Dear students, welcome back to a new mathematics session. In today's session, we shall discuss problems from the miscellaneous exercise. Let's move on to the topic. Next, we shall discuss question number 2. Show that the function given by f of x is equal to log x by x is maximum at x is equal to e. Here there is a function is given to us and we have to show that the function is having attained its maximum at the point x is equal to e. Let f of x is equal to log x by x, that is our given function. Find its derivative, that is f dash x. F dash x is equal to, it is in the form u by v form. U by v form, we know that denominator square, then numerator derivative into denominator minus denominator derivative into numerator. So here denominator is x, so x square we have taken. Then derivative of the numerator log x, derivative is 1 by x into the denominator x minus the numerator into derivative of denominator. Derivative of denominator is, here denominator is x, so derivative is 1, so log x into 1 is 1. Sorry, log x into 1 is log x. Then here x and x we can cancel, and after cancelling we will be getting 1 into 1, that is 1 minus log x divided by x square. Equated with 0, 1 minus log x by x square equal to 0, that means 1 minus log x is equal to 0, log x is equal to 1. Minus log x, if you bring to the right side, it comes as plus log x. So log x is equal to 1. Here we want actually the value of x. Means when we are taking this log to the right side, it comes as e, exponent, okay? E power this value, okay? E power 1 will be coming. What is coming here as base, that will be coming here. Here log x to the base e is equal to 1 actually. So when this log, when it comes to the right side, it comes as the exponent form. That means e will be coming e power 1. That means e power 1 is e. So x is equal to e will be coming. So the reason is log x is equal to 1 is only possible when x is equal to e. So here we will be concluding that x is equal to e. Then let's find out f double dash x, because here only we are going to check whether it is maximum or not at this point, okay? So f double dash x, f dash x is this one. Here also u by v form only, denominators square, that is x square the whole square. Then numerator derivative means it is derivative 1 is 0 minus derivative log x is 1 by x into the denominator, that is x square. Then minus derivative of the denominator is here x square, derivative is 2x into the numerator 1 minus log x. Then calculation, 0 minus 1 by x is minus 1 by x into x square minus 2x into 1 minus log x by x power 4. There is x and x square we can cancel, there 1 x is balanced in the numerator. So it will be coming as minus 1 into x is minus x minus 2x into 1 minus log x by x power 4. Then minus x we can take common, here minus x, here also minus x is there. So minus x, if you take a common factor, it will be coming here 1 balance. Then here minus x is gone out, that means only plus 2 balance, plus 2 into 1 minus log x by x power 4. Then minus x into here 1 plus, removing bracket means 2 into 1 is 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus into minus minus 2 log x by x power 4. Now keep it here, and we are just putting that x is equal to e here. So when you are putting x is equal to e, here just we'll do one calculation and then we'll move to the next step, okay? Here when we put x e, here there will be e, that is minus e into 3 minus 2 log e divided by e power 4. Means here 1 e and here e power 4 is there. That e and e power 4 we can cancel, denominator will be becoming e cube. So that is what we have done here. That step only I am showing here. F double dash e is equal to minus, that e was there, that is gone, cancelled. 3 minus 2 log e divided by e cube. That is minus, here 3 minus log e is 1. That means 2 into 1 is 2. So minus 3 minus 2 by e cube. That is minus 3 minus 2 is 1. So minus 1 divided by e cube, and clearly it is less than 0. So f double dash x is less than 0 at x is equal to e. So x is equal to e is the point of maxima. Next we shall discuss question number 3. The question is, The two equal sides of an isosceles triangle with fixed base B are decreasing at the rate of 3 cm per second. How fast is the area decreasing when the two equal sides are equal to the base? Two equal sides of an isosceles triangle. Here is an isosceles triangle ABC. The equal sides AB and AC marked with X. And it is fixed base B. Base B is a constant and it is fixed, are decreasing at the rate of 3 cm per second. These equal sides are decreasing at 3 cm per second. Per second, it depends on the time. Means here the variable is x we have taken, means dx by dt is 3 cm. Decreasing means minus 3 cm. dx by dt is minus 3 cm per second. How fast is the area decreasing? Means dA by dt, area, A stands for area, dA by dt, when the two equal sides are equal to the base, means when x is equal to b. So we have to find out dA by dt at x is equal to b. This is what the question. So we have to find out dA by dt when x is equal to b. So here let x be the equal sides of an isosceles triangle. AB is equal to AC is equal to x. These are all we have discussed. And BC, base, fixed constant b. Given that the equal side of a triangle are decreasing at 3 cm per second, as we have discussed before, dx by dt is minus 3 cm per second. We need to find out the area, means dA by dt we need. That means area we have to find out. dA by dt at x is equal to b only we have to calculate. Finding area. For finding the area we need the height. For that we have to draw a perpendicular, that is AD. We have to draw, which is perpendicular to BC. When AD is coming to the line BC, BC becomes two equal parts, that is one is BD, another one is CD. BD and CD equal to b by 2, half of b. So these are the things we have to mention here. Then in triangle ADB, we need the length of AD, height we need. By using Pythagoras theorem, AD we can calculate. AD is equal to root of, this is our hypotenuse, means x square minus b by 2 the whole square. Root of x square minus b by 2 the whole square. So using Pythagoras theorem, AD is equal to root of x square minus b by 2 the whole square. So we have got the height. Then we can go for finding out the area. Area is 1 by 2 into base into height, that is 1 by 2 into b into height. Height AD we have root of x square minus b by 2 the whole square. That is A is equal to 1 by 2 into b into root of x square minus b square by 2 square is 4. Differentiating with respect to t here, because here b is a constant, x is the variable, and we are differentiating with respect to time. Okay, d with dA by dt we need to calculate. So differentiate with respect to t. So dA by dt is equal to 1 by 2b is a constant, keep it outside. Root x derivative is 1 by 2 root x. So instead of x, this many quantities are there. So 1 by 2 into root of that particular quantity into the derivative of these terms. So derivative of this term means x square derivative is 2x minus this b square by 4 derivative is 0 into, there is, since we are differentiating with respect to t, we have to multiply dx by dt. Then 1 by 2b into 1 divided by 2 root 2 x square minus b square by 4 into 2x minus 0 into dx by dt we have minus 3 cm per second. So minus 3 we have multiplied. That is here these 2 and here 2x minus 0 means 2x, and that 2 and these 2 can be cancelled. And here minus 3 into b into, here there is x balance, so minus 3bx. Minus 3 into, here x balance is there because the 2 and these 2 cancelled, and minus 3 into x into b, minus 3bx divided by, here there is a 2, so 2 into root of x square minus b square by 4. These 2 and these 2 cancelled. Then what we have to do is dA by dt at x is equal to b we have to calculate. That means x we have to replace and put b. So minus 3b into x is b. So minus 3 into b is b square divided by 2 into root of x is replaced with b. So b square minus b square by 4. So now what I am going to do is here numerator and denominator I am multiplying on 2 just for easy calculation purpose. Just to multiply on 2 here. Okay, into 2 I am multiplying. and here also just multiplying 1 2. Okay, that is what I have done here. So what we have to do is, now you can check, that is here minus 3 into 2 is minus 6b square, here 2 into 2 is 4 into, take the LCM here, 4 into b square, 4b square minus b square by 4, that is equal to minus 6b square divided by here 4, here inside the root 4b square minus b square, that is the 3b square will be coming, 3b square, root 3b square, root 3b square means root taking out means b square, b will be coming, then there is one root 3 balance. So 4 root 3b will be coming when we solve. Okay, 4 root 3b divided by this 4 inside the square root, outside coming means 2 will be coming, that is equal to minus 6b square divided by here 2 and 4 cancelling time 2 will be coming. I am not showing that one. 2 and 4 cancelling time 2. So 2 root 3b will be coming. That is equal to minus, here 2 and 6 we can cancel 3 times. So minus 3, and here there is a b, here there is a b square, we can cancel. So denominator b is gone, numerator only b balance. So minus 3b divided by denominator there is only root 3 balance. So here again we can do little more calculation. Denominator is an irrational number. When we cancel it, that one we will be getting as minus root 3 minus root 3b will be coming, minus root 3b will be coming. Denominator root 3 cancelled, because here 3 we can write it as root 3 into root 3. 1 root 3 and the denominator root 3 cancel. So balance minus root 3b will be coming. So since the dimension of area is centimeter square and the time is in seconds, dA by dt is equal to b root 3 centimeter square per second. Here minus root 3b, minus root 3b means it is decreasing, it shows it decreasing. So here how fast is the area is decreasing, that is what the question. The area is decreasing at the rate of b root 3 centimeter square per second. Minus we can avoid because in the question itself it is showing it is decreasing. So how much fast it is decreasing, that is what we have to write. So b root 3 centimeter square per second, it is decreasing. That is what the answer. Next we shall discuss question number 4. Find the equation of the normal to the curve x square equal to 4y which passes through the point 1, 2. So here there is an equation of curve is given, x square equal to 4y. Roughly we have drawn like this, and we have to find the equation of the normal to the curve. Okay, there is a normal to this curve, consider as this one, and the normal is passing through the point 1, 2. Okay, the normal is passing through the point 1, 2. We have to find out the equation of the normal, that is what the question. So x square equal to 4y, that is the equation. Differentiate with respect to x, that means x square derivative is 2x, 4 into derivative of y is dy by dx. That is dy by dx is equal to 4 will come here, that is 2 and 4 when we cancel, it will be coming as x by 2. Then slope of the normal. Slope of the normal is, this is differentiating with respect to x, this is the slope of the curve. Then slope of the normal means, sorry, this is slope of the tangent. Okay, the slope of the normal is minus 1 divided by slope of the tangent, that means minus 1 divided by dy by dx, that is minus 1 divided by x by 2, that is reciprocal if you take minus 2 divided by x, that is the slope of normal. Then let hk be the point where the normal and curve intersect. So maybe this is the point. This is the point we can consider as hk, because we need a point of contact. Okay, so because of that we consider this one as hk. Okay, this is the point hk. Then slope of the normal at hk. Slope of the normal at hk means here at this point what is the slope, that is what the question, that is what we are going to calculate. Simple, just replace x and put h here. Instead of x, h is there. Okay, so minus 2 divided by x is the slope of the normal, x replace and put h, minus 2 divided by h. Then equation of normal passing through hk with slope minus 2 by h. So roughly we have got the point as well as the slope. Once the point and the slope if we are having, by using point slope form we can write the equation. That means y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. This is point slope form. x1 y1 is h and k, and the norm m is minus 2 by h. And we substitute y minus k is equal to minus 2 divided by h into x minus h. Then since the normal passes through the point 1, 2, you see there the normal is passing through the point 1, 2. That means this equation, this is equation of the normal. Okay, this equation is passing through the point 1 2, means this point 1 2 will satisfy this equation. That means instead of x and y we can put 1 comma 2. That means it will satisfy the equation. So y is here 2, so 2 minus k is equal to minus 2 by h into x. X is 1 minus h. That means from here k, if we want to calculate k, we bring to the right side, and this one we can bring to the left side. So 2 is there on the left side, that is 2. This one coming to the left side means minus becomes plus. So plus 2 by h into 1 minus h. Label it as equation number 1. Now again, this point hk is on the curve. We have assumed that we have taken the point hk on the curve only. So that means this point hk will satisfy the equation of the curve as well. So hk lies on the curve x square equal to 4y. Because of that, replace x, put h. So h square is equal to 4 into y. Y is k. So h square equal to 4k. So from here k we can calculate. Bring this 4 to left side. That means h square by 4. Equation number 2. Then by using equation number 1 and 2 we can calculate the value of h and k. From equation number 1 and 2, 2 plus h, 2 by h into 1 minus h is equal to h square by 4. Means the left side is equal, means right side also will be equal. So we are equating. That means 2 plus 2 by h minus 2. Removing this bracket, 2 by h into 1 is 2 by h. 2 by h into h is 2. Means h and h cancel, will be getting only 2 equal to h square by 4. Here plus 2 minus 2 we can cancel. That means 2 by h is equal to h square by 4. That means h cube, cross multiplying time h into h square, that is h cube is equal to 8. H cube 8, if you get h is equal to cube root of 8, that is equal to 2. H we have got 2. So out of these two, 1 point we have got. We can get another point if you substitute the value of h in any one of the equation. So k is equal to, here this equation, simple equation we can take h square by 4. That means 2 square the whole square by 4. 2 square is 4. 4 by 4 is 1. H is equal, k is equal to 1. Now we have got the point h is equal to 2, k is equal to 1 in equation of normal. Means if you put h is equal to 2 and k is equal to 1 in this equation, we will get the equation of the normal. So that is y minus k is equal to minus 2 into x minus h by h. That is the equation here. Just substitute it. Y minus k is 1 is equal to minus 2 into x minus h is 2. A substitute divided by 2. Here 2 we can cancel. That is y minus 1 is equal to, then remove this bracket, minus into x is minus x, minus into minus plus 2. Then when you rearrange it, this minus x bring to the left side, it comes as plus x. So x plus y is equal to, minus 1 goes to the right side, that is 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3. So x plus y is equal to 3 is the required equation of the normal. Next we shall discuss question number 5. Show that the normal at any point theta to the curve x is equal to a cos theta plus a theta sin theta, y is equal to a sin theta minus a theta cos theta is at a constant distance from the origin. Show that the normal at any point theta, normal means it is a straight line, okay. A point theta to the curve, x value is given, y value is also given, then is at a constant distance from the origin. Constant distance from the origin means here actually there are two concepts we have to think of. First one is, of course, there is a normal is there. Normal means it is a straight line, and we have to form the equation of this normal first. That is our first task. Then we have to find out its distance from the origin. See, distance from the origin means if you take a point as origin, this point as origin means its distance from the origin, means this is the distance, and this distance we have to find out and we have to make it as a constant. This is what the question, okay, this is a constant we have to find out. This is what we have to do it in this question. So first part is our class 12 part. That means we know how to find out the equation of the normal. Means first we have to find out dy by dx. Of course this is parametric form, it is given. From here dx by d theta, dy by d theta we have to calculate. From there dy by dx we will be calculating. Then we will find out the slope of the normal. Then by using the slope of the normal and the points, we can find out by using point slope form we can find out the equation of the normal. And once the equation of the normal, equation of a line is given to us, is with us, then in class 11 we have learned how to find out the distance of a line from the origin. By using that formula we will be finding out the distance. That is what our plan. So given curve is x is equal to a cos theta plus a theta sin theta, y is equal to a sin theta minus a theta cos theta. Then we need to show that the distance of a normal from 0, 0 from the origin is constant. These are all we have explained given conditions. Let's take x is equal to a cos theta plus a theta sin theta. Differentiate with respect to theta, because dy by dx directly we cannot calculate. First we have to find out dx by d theta, then dy by d theta, then we have to go for dy by dx. Dx by d theta when we calculate, this one when we differentiate with respect to theta, x is given to us. A into derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta, plus here this is theta sin theta, means the product form we have to use. A is a constant, d by d theta of theta sin theta means product rule we are going to apply. Minus a into sin theta is minus a sin theta, plus here a into product rule when we apply derivative of the first one. First one is theta, so d theta by d theta into the second one, that is sin theta, plus derivative of the second one, d by d theta of sin theta into the first one, that is theta. So here we applied actually the product rule. Actually it is not necessary. If you can do it directly, we can directly come to this step, third step. It's not an issue. From here directly we can come to the third step. So minus a sin theta plus here a into d theta by d theta is 1 into sin theta. 1 into sin theta is sin theta. Sin theta into a is a sin theta, plus here d by d theta of sin theta, that is cos theta. Cos theta into theta into a. So we can write it as a theta cos theta. Then here there are some terms we can cancel from here. Minus a sin theta plus a sin theta we can cancel. Then we will be having balance a theta cos theta, that is right. Then next y we can take. Y is equal to a sin theta minus a theta cos theta. Again differentiate with respect to theta. Dy by d theta if you calculate. A into sin theta. Derivative of sin theta is cos theta. A is a constant, okay. Minus a into, here also product rule. So product rule means derivative of first one, d theta by d theta into the second one, cos theta, plus derivative of the second, means d by d theta of cos theta into the first one, theta. Then a cos theta minus a into here d theta by d theta, that is 1 cos theta. 1 into cos theta is cos theta. Then derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. There is a theta again is there, so minus theta into sin theta. Then remove the bracket. A cos theta minus a into cos theta is minus a cos theta. Minus a minus into minus plus a into theta into sin theta is a theta sin theta. Here also opposite signs are there that we can cancel a cos theta minus a cos theta. So finally we have got the answer as a sin theta. Then we need actually dy by dx because we want the slope, okay. So dy by dx is equal to, formula is dy by d theta by dx by d theta. That is dy by d theta, that is here a sin theta. Sorry, a theta sin theta. So a theta sin theta divided by dx by d theta is a theta cos theta. That is substituted. And here numerator and denominator there is a theta is there, that we can cancel it. Then we will be having sin theta by cos theta, that is tan theta. This is dy by dx. Then slope of the normal we want, that means minus 1 divided by slope of the tangent. So minus 1 divided by, this is the slope of the tangent, that is tan theta. Minus 1 by tan theta. Just of course minus 1 by tan theta, it is minus cot theta, that we will be using later. Let it be there. Then equation of the normal we are going to write. So for writing equation of the normal, we have all the things. Point is there, x coordinate is there, y coordinate also is there with us. Then the slope also is there. Slope minus 1 by tan theta I am taking as minus cot theta, okay. Then point slope form if we use, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus y1 is a sin theta minus a theta cos theta. Here a theta is there, okay, that is missing while typing. So this we can write it as a theta. Here there is a theta, okay. So just write when you write the notes. Then y minus y1, okay, that is written, then equal to m into m is minus cot theta into x minus x1. x1 is here a cos theta plus a theta sin theta. Then remove the bracket, y minus a sin theta, then minus into minus plus a theta into cos theta. So remove the bracket. Then minus cot theta we can just to change in terms of cos and sin. So cot theta is cos theta by sin theta. Then x minus a cos theta, that is written. Then minus into plus, here also again problem, sign problem is there. Minus into plus, it is minus. Here you have to change it as minus, okay. This is minus. Then so x minus a cos theta minus into plus minus a theta sin theta. Then here just cross multiply this one. This sin theta we can multiply here. Sin theta into y minus a sin theta plus a theta cos theta is equal to, here there is minus cos theta balance, minus cos theta into x minus a cos theta minus a theta sin theta. Then here y sin theta, removing bracket, okay, y into sin theta is y sin theta. Then here a minus is there, okay, minus is kept here. Then a is a constant. Then sin theta into sin theta is sin square theta. Then again sin theta into cos theta it is written. Then a theta constant is here, is equal to minus cos theta into x is minus x cos theta, minus into minus plus a cos theta into cos theta is cos square theta. Then minus into minus plus a theta is a constant, cos theta into sin theta, it's written here, sin theta into cos theta. Then y sin theta, then x cos theta, here there is minus x cos theta, we bought it here, x cos theta. Then minus a sin square theta, that is this term. Then minus a cos square theta plus a cos square theta is there. When it comes to left side, it is minus a cos square theta. And there are two like terms on the left hand side and right hand side. The same sign is there, because of that we can cancel it. So a theta cos theta sin theta, here also a theta sin theta cos theta, both are same terms, so we can cancel it. So balance we bought all together one side equal to 0. Then here y sin theta plus x cos theta, and from these two terms we can take minus a common. Minus a taking common means inside the bracket it will be coming sin square theta plus cos square theta. Okay, first two terms as it is will be writing, and in these two terms minus a if you take common out, sin square theta plus cos square theta will be coming. So minus a into sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So minus a into 1 is written here equal to 0. Then now we can write here x cos theta plus y sin theta minus a into 1 is minus a is equal to 0. So this is what the equation of the normal. So we have found the equation of normal, that is x cos theta plus y sin theta minus a is equal to 0. Next task is we are going to find the distance of the normal from the origin. For that, as I have discussed before, we have to recall class 11 topic. So suppose there is a line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and if we want to find out the distance of this line from the point p x1 y1 means there is a formula you have learned, d is equal to modulus of ax1 means this a coefficient of x is a into this x1 ax1 plus b y1 plus c divided by root of this a square plus this b square. Okay, d is equal to modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by root of a square plus b square. So comparing with the ax plus by plus c, so just here I am using all small letter a. Okay, here we have used all capital A, capital B, capital C. In this formula we are using small a, small b, small c. Both are same. Okay, so here I want to write a, that is a is what is there along with the x, that is a, that is cos theta. B means what is there along with the y, that is sin theta. Then c is this term, constant term, that is minus a. Then x1 is equal to 0, y1 is equal to 0. Then d is equal to ax1 means cos theta into 0 plus by1 means here b sin theta into y1, 0, sin theta into 0 minus here plus c is there, so c is minus a, that's why minus a is coming, divided by root of a square plus b square cos square theta plus sin square theta. that is modulus of 0 plus 0 minus a divided by root of sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So modulus of minus a by 1, that is equal to modulus of minus a is a by 1, that is equal to a. So distance we have got a, it is a constant. So d is equal to a constant. The distance we have got as a constant. So it is the proof. That is what we are asked to prove. Hence the distance of normal from the origin is a constant. Next we shall discuss question number 6. Find the intervals in which the function f given by f of x is equal to 4 sin x minus 2x minus x cos x by 2 plus cos x is increasing. The second part is decreasing. So we are asked to find out the intervals in which the given function is increasing as well as decreasing. So here the plan is like this. First we will go for finding f dash x, and by checking the sign of the f dash x within an assigned range. If f dash x is less than 0, then we can say that the function is decreasing, and if f dash x is greater than 0, then we can say that the function is increasing within the given range. That is what we are going to do. So first of all we have to go for finding f dash x. So f of x is equal to 4 sin x minus 2x minus x cos x by 2 plus cos x. Let's consider the interval is closed interval 0, 2 pi. So this is the interval we are going to consider. Finding f dash x. Before going for finding f dash x, this one actually there is a fraction format. So this one we have to make it little adjustments. F of x is equal to 4 sin x minus 2x minus x cos x by 2 plus cos x. Here 4 sin x, in these two terms there is x common that we have taken outside. Then there is a minus also common, means minus x we can take common. Minus x if you take common, here there is 2 balance, here there is plus cos x divided by 2 plus cos x. Then just split the denominator, 4 sin x by 2 plus cos x. Of course here x is missing, so here x is there, okay, that x we can put. Then minus x into 2 plus cos x by 2 plus cos x. Now when you check here, 4 sin x by 2 plus cos x, and on the another side there is 2 plus cos x. 2 plus cos x is gone completely, only minus x is balanced. Now this is little more simplified format. Now we can differentiate with respect to x. That is f dash x is equal to, first one, u by v form. U by v form means denominator square, 2 plus cos x the whole square. Then derivative of the numerator, 4 sin x derivative. That's why it is marked here with a dash. If not necessary, means you can just directly do the calculation. It's not an issue. This is for understanding purpose. It's explaining like this: 4 sin x derivative into the denominator, that is 2 plus cos x, then minus denominator's derivative, that is 2 plus cos x derivative into the numerator 4 sin x. Okay, then derivative of x, that is what the next one, derivative of x is 1. Then you can do the derivation here, 2 plus cos x the whole square, then derivative of 4 sin x, 4 is a constant, derivative of sin x is cos x, into 2 plus cos x minus derivative of 2 plus cos x, means the derivative of 2 is 0 plus derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So 0 minus sin x is minus sin x into the second time 4 sin x as it is, minus 1. Then here 4 cos x into 2, that is 8 cos x. Then 4 cos x into cos x, that is 4 cos square x, minus into minus plus 4 sin x into sin x is sin square x, divided by 2 plus cos x the whole square minus 1. Then 8 cos x plus, in these two terms 4 is common, take out cos square x plus sin square x, balance, divided by 2 plus cos x the whole square minus 1. Then 8 cos x plus 4 into cos square x plus sin square x is an identity 1. So 4 into 1 divided by 2 plus cos x the whole square minus 1. Then here 8 cos x plus 4, this taking LCM means 2 plus cos x the whole square you can multiply with 1. That means minus 2 plus cos x the whole square by 2 plus cos x the whole square. Taking here taking 2 plus cos x the whole square as common LCM, that's what we have done. Then here 2 plus cos x the whole square denominator, then 8 cos x plus 4 minus a plus b the whole square expansion, a square that is 4, 2 square is 4, plus b square that is cos x square is cos square x, plus 2ab, 2 into a is 2, 2 into 2 4 into cos x, that is written here. So 8 cos x plus 4 minus 4 plus cos square x plus 4x, this is expansion of a plus b the whole square, denominator as it is. Then here 8 cos x is written. Then when you remove the bracket, here there is plus 4, here there is minus 4, that is cancelled. Then minus cos square x, it is written here. Then minus into plus, minus 4 cos x is written. Only thing is that plus 4 and minus 4 cancelled. 2 plus cos x the whole square is denominator same as it is. Then here 8 cos x minus 4 cos x. 8 minus 4 is 4 cos x minus cos square x by 2 plus cos x the whole square. Now we have got f dash x as 4 cos x minus cos square x by 2 plus cos x the whole square. Here what we can do is just to take a cos x common, okay, from the numerator. Cos x into 4 balance minus, from here cos x going means cos square x, cos x going means cos x balance. Then divided by denominator as it is you can keep. Now we are going to check the sign of f dash x. Actually sign of f dash x depending upon these 3 terms, okay, cos x, this 4 minus cos x, this 2 plus cos x the whole square. Out of this sign is always sure for us because this is a square term. Square term means it is always positive. Whatever negative terms, even if you put these terms, because this term outcome will be positive. And next is this term 4 minus cos x. 4 minus cos x means you know that the range of cos x is always between minus 1 and 1. Always between minus 1 and 1. So because of that 4 is the bigger quantity here. 4 minus any quantity within this range will be a positive quantity only. That means the numerator, the second part also will be positive. Now the thing is that only the sign depends upon this cos x. Because numerator one term is positive, denominator one term is positive. So now positive neutral. Then the final sign will be depending upon this one. If cos x is positive, then the entire term will be positive. If cos x is negative, the entire term will be negative. So let's check the sign of this one within our given range. So we have learned in class 11. In first there are 4 quadrants. It is there. First quadrant, sign, all trigonometric ratios are positive, and second quadrant sign positive, and here in third quadrant means tan, and then the last here means fourth quadrant means cos. Means here cos is positive only in first and fourth quadrant. Okay, cos is positive in first and fourth quadrant. This quadrant and this quadrant only cos is positive. That means when we check x element of pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 means here first, that means the second and the third quadrant, that means pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, what is happen, cos x is negative. Means second quadrant and third quadrant, you know that in second quadrant sine only positive, third quadrant tan only positive. That means from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 cos is negative. That means f dash x is negative. F dash x is negative means it is function is decreasing. Okay, then next is when x element of 0 to pi by 2 means first quadrant 0 to pi by 2. Okay, and 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi means from here to here 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. Okay, 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. In these two range cos is positive, cos x is positive. That means f dash x is positive. F dash x is positive means the function will be increasing. So now very simple way we have calculated this one, whether it is increasing or decreasing. Thus we can come to the conclusion f of x is increasing on these two ranges, means 0 comma pi by 2 closed interval and 3 pi by 2 comma 2 pi. That is function is increasing, and f of x is decreasing on this interval, that is pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. Next we shall discuss question number 7. Find the intervals in which the function f given by f of x is equal to x cube plus 1 by x cube, comma x not equal to 0 is increasing, second one is decreasing. Function is given to us f of x equal to x cube plus 1 by x cube. Let's take that one, then go for finding out f dash x. So f dash x is equal to x cube, derivative of x cube is 3x square, and here 1 by x cube we can write it as x power minus 3. X power minus 3 derivative if you take minus 3 into x power minus 3 minus 1. So there is x is missing. So here we can put x power minus 3 minus 1. Okay. So once again, f of x, we have taken x cube plus 1 by x square, then f dash x we want to calculate. Derivative of x cube is 3x square. Then this x power, denominator x power 3 we have taken to the numerator, it comes as x power minus 3. That x power minus 3, when you do the derivation, minus 3 into x power minus 3 minus 1, n into x power n minus 1 format. That is 3x square plus into minus minus 3x power minus 3 minus 1, minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. And again we can bring back to the normal stage, that is 3x square minus x power minus 4, we can bring to the denominator as 3 by x power 4. Minus 4 becomes plus 4 when it comes the denominator, the power becomes. Then in these two, 3 is common, we can take out 3 into x square minus 1 by x power 4. Let's equate with 0. F dash x equal to 0 means 3 into x square minus 1 by x power 4 is equal to 0. That means here 3, anyway it is a constant, we can equate this one with 0. While equating this statement, just we can take the LCM also. Okay, common denominator x power 4 we have taken, x power 4 into x square is x power 6 minus 1 is equal to 0. Then when we cross multiply, x power 6 minus 1 is equal to 0. This one we can convert into the form a square minus b square. That means x power 6 we can write it as x power 3 the whole square. 3 into 2 is 6 power. Okay, power is 6. Minus 1 we can write it as 1 square equal to 0. Now this is in the form a square minus b square equal to 0. A square minus b square we know, a minus b into a plus b. Here a is x cube, b is 1. X cube minus 1 into x cube plus 1 equal to 0. Each factor we can equate with 0. That means x cube minus 1 equal to 0 means x cube is equal to 1, x is equal to 1. Same way, x cube plus 1 you can equate with 0. X cube is equal to minus 1, x equal to cube root of minus 1 is minus 1 itself. So we have got two critical points, x is equal to 1 and minus 1. Next we shall plot these critical points on the number line. Minus 1 and 1 are our critical points, and one extreme end is minus infinity, another one is plus infinity. Okay, so minus 1 and 1 are our critical points. So now let's make a table. In that first value of x, next the interval which we are taking, then sign of f dash x. Here calculation is not necessary, only sign is necessary. And by seeing that f dash x sign, we can find out the nature of f of x. So here between minus infinity and minus 1 means in this gap, okay, in this interval we are going to take a number. So from here I am taking a number that is minus 2 I am taking. Okay, from here minus 2 if I take. So the interval is between minus infinity and minus 1. And what will be the sign of this function? That is what we are going to check. Okay, so minus 2 if I take, just a minute, minus 2 if I take here, first quantity is 3. 3 of course it is positive, and next quantity is x square. X square means minus 2 square. Minus 2 square is 4. Okay, minus 1 divided by again x power 4. X power 4 is minus 2 power 4. 2 power 4 means 2 into 2 4. 4 into 4 16. Okay, so minus 1 by plus 16 only will be coming, even though the minus sign is there, it will be coming as plus 16. So 3 into 4 minus 1 by 6. Here you can see there 4 is a bigger quantity, minus 1 by 6 is smaller quantity. So 4 bigger minus smaller, it is positive. That means we can conclude that the entire term will be positive. Okay, so the entire term will be positive. So we can write as positive into positive, that is greater than 0. This is positive and this is also positive. Positive and positive is greater than 0. Once f dash x is greater than 0, it is increasing. And the next, between minus 1 less than x less than b means between minus 1 and 1. Between minus 1 and 1 if I take, of course you should not take 0 because it is mentioned in the question. So we can take one more number, that is between minus 1 and 1 means we can take as 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 we can take. Okay, that is better. Minus 1 by 2 if you take. Let's check whether what will happen here. So when you take between minus 1 and 1 number, that I have taken minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 if you take, let's see what will be the condition there. So 3 into 3 is, of course it is positive. 3 is positive. Then 3 into the x square. X square is minus 1 by 2 the whole square. Minus 1 by 2 the whole square is 1 by 4. Minus, then 1 divided by x power 4. 1 divided by x power 4 means 1 divided by minus 1 by 2 the whole power 4. So 1 divided by minus 1 by 2 the whole power 4. Minus 1 by 2 the whole power 4, we know that it is 1 divided by 1 divided by 16. Okay, 1 divided by 16 is coming. When you take this 16 to the numerator, it comes as 16 by 1. 16 by 1 is 16. Okay, so it will be coming as 1 by 4 minus 16. Clearly it is bigger one is 1 by 4 is the smaller one, minus 16 is the bigger one, means smaller one minus the bigger one. Smaller one minus bigger one is negative. Positive into negative is, clearly it is negative, less than 0. Less than 0 means the function is decreasing since f dash x is less than 0. The next between 1 and infinity. Between 1 and infinity means open interval 1 and infinity, we can take one number. Of course, clearly like the previous one, we can take number 2 we can take from here. And when we take 2, 3 into, there is x square. X square means 2 square. 2 square is 4 minus 1 divided by 2 square. That means 1 by 4. Clearly bigger number minus smaller number. Bigger number minus smaller number is positive. Both are positive. So it is greater than 0. It is increasing. So now we can summarize it this one. F of x is strictly increasing on between minus infinity and minus 1 and 1 comma infinity. In these two cases it is increasing. That means when x less than minus 1, between minus infinity and minus 1, when we write x less than minus 1 cases, x less than minus 1, when we see the number line it will be clear here. X less than minus 1 means it is increasing, as well as x greater than 1 means this portion, x greater than 1, between 1 and infinity means x greater than 1, f is increasing. And f of x is strictly decreasing between minus 1 and 1. Between minus 1 and 1 means we can write it in this way. When minus 1 less than x less than 1. Okay, between minus 1 and 1 we can inequality form we can write like this: minus 1 less than x less than 1, f is decreasing. Next we shall discuss question number 8. Find the maximum area of an isosceles triangle inscribed in the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 with its vertex at one end of the major axis. There is an ellipse is given to us. There is an isosceles triangle which is inscribed inside the ellipse. That is what the question, and we have to find out the maximum area. That is what we have to do it. Okay, here the vertex at one end of the major axis. The vertex of isosceles triangle is one end of the major axis. This is what the condition is given to us. So let's consider an ellipse, and here the point A is coordinates are a comma 0, and here the 0 comma b, and here minus a comma 0, and here 0 comma minus b. And there is an isosceles triangle which is inscribed in the ellipse, and one vertex is at the major axis. The major axis is this axis for us, x axis. Okay, and one vertex is at the major axis that we have marked. And now just we can consider the parametric form of point here. That is, if you consider a point here which makes an angle theta degree with the positive direction of the x-axis, then the coordinate of that point will be a cos theta, b sin theta. And when we move this point here, the theta becomes 0, means a cos 0 comma b sin 0, means cos 0 is 1, so a into 1 is 1, sin 0 is 0, b into 0 is 0. So that way we can form all the points. So this is the format I am going to take here as the coordinates. That means here b will be considered as a cos theta, b sin theta, and here I am considering c as a cos theta. Of course, x coordinate is same, and b sin theta, that is a y coordinate. When it comes down here, it will be coming minus b sin theta because it is the negative direction of the y-axis. Then here I am considering one more point, that is d, because we need AD, the height of the triangle, for finding the area. Now let's consider the area of triangle ABC, 1 by 2 into BC into AD. BC is the base, AD is the height. That is, A is equal to 1 by 2 into 2 into B sin theta, that is BC. So you can see here BC. BC means we can split BC as BD plus CD. What is BD? BD is the Y length. Y length is B sin theta. And here also the Y length is B sin theta. Of course, it is in negative direction, but we don't take the negative side. So B sin theta plus B sin theta is 2B sin theta. And AD, when you consider, AD is this length AD, and we can consider OA minus OD as AD. OA means it is A, OA is A, minus OD is the x length, okay, x-axis length, that is A cos theta. That is what it is written, A minus A cos theta. Now when you consider the numerator and denominator, there is 2, we can cancel from both the numerator and denominator, and there is A is common, that also we can take out. When A coming out from here means it will be coming as A into B, that is AB sin theta into 1 minus cos theta. Then A is equal, take this sin theta inside the bracket, AB is a constant, that's why sin theta into 1 is sin theta into cos theta, that is the second term. Then we know that 2 sin theta cos theta, that is sin 2 theta formula. But here we are having sin theta cos theta. If there is a 2 on the numerator, then this formula we can apply. So I'm just keeping 2 in the numerator, same time dividing with the 2 also. AB into sin theta minus here 2 sin theta cos theta divided by 2. So 2 cancelling time, same term will be coming. Now 2 sin theta cos theta, we can write it as sin 2 theta. So A is equal to AB into sin theta minus sin 2 theta divided by 2. Now we can differentiate with respect to theta. dA by d theta is equal to AB into derivative sin theta. Derivative sin theta is cos theta minus, here 1 by 2 is a constant, keep aside. Derivative sin 2 theta is cos 2 theta, and derivative 2 theta is 2. Now here also there is cancellation is there, this 2 and this 2 we can cancel it. Then we'll be getting dA by d theta is equal to AB into cos theta minus cos 2 theta. Then we can equate dA by d theta with 0. That means AB into cos 2 theta minus cos 2 theta equal to 0. Here AB is a constant, so we have to equate this one with a 0. That means cos theta equal to minus cos 2 theta, we are going to the right side, means it comes as plus cos 2 theta. But here directly don't write a theta equal to 2 theta. What we have to do is, here there are that quadrant values we have to consider, because there are 4 quadrants. In these 4 quadrants, in the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant only is, cos is positive. So here cos 2 theta, just considering it in fourth quadrant, means we have to change this angle as fourth quadrant angle. How do we write? That is 2 pi minus theta. 2 pi minus theta is the angle which is there in the fourth quadrant format. So cos theta is equal to cos 2 pi minus theta. Okay, if it is in the second quadrant, means there we write a pi minus theta. Third quadrant means pi plus theta. Here means 2 pi minus 2 pi minus theta. Here theta is 2 theta for us. So cos 2 pi minus 2 theta. Now we can equate theta is equal to 2 pi minus 2 theta. Angles we can equate. Then from here minus 2 theta coming to the left side means theta plus 2 theta, that is 3 theta equal to 2 pi. From here theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. That is what theta is equal to 2 pi by 3 is the angle here. Now dA by d theta, we have AB into cos theta minus cos 2 theta. Then let's find out d square A by d theta square. A square A by d theta square is equal to AB into derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. Then minus cos 2 theta derivative is sin 2 theta. Cos 2 theta derivative is minus sin 2 theta. Sorry, minus into that minus. Here there is a minus, and cos 2 theta derivative is minus sin 2 theta. The two minuses together here will be coming plus. Okay, then cos 2 theta derivative minus sin 2 theta, minus minus plus we have changed. Then sin 2 theta is written. Then 2 theta derivative also we have to take. 2 theta means derivative is 2. So plus 2 sin 2 theta will be coming. Some steps it is avoided because we are doing the miscellaneous exercise questions. We need to do the calculation little more faster. So d square A by d theta square at theta is equal to 2 pi by 3, that we have to check. That is AB into here minus sin 2 pi by 3 plus 2 sin 2 into 2 theta. So 2 theta is the value, means 2 into theta, 2 into 2 pi by 3. That means 2 into 2, 4 pi by 3. Now let's calculate this 2 pi by 3, how much? 2 pi by 3 means 2 into 90, 2 into 180, 360 by 3. 360 by 3 is 120 will be coming. Sin 120 we can write it as sin 180 minus 60. Sin 180 minus 60 means, we know that 180 minus 60, it is in the second quadrant. Second quadrant means sin is positive there. So it is sin 60, that is equal to root 3 by 2. Likewise, sin 4 pi by 3, we can write it as sin 240. Then sin 240 means 180 plus 60 we can write. 180 plus 60 means it is in the third quadrant. 180 plus theta, it is in the third quadrant means here sign is negative, so it will be coming as minus sine 60, that is equal to minus root 3 by 2. So let's substitute these values. AB into minus root 3 by 2 plus 2 into minus root 3 by 2 again. So it is clearly negative. Okay, both the terms are negative, so clearly it will be a negative term, that means less than 0. So A is maximum at theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. Then maximum area we have to calculate. A is equal to AB into sine theta minus sine 2 theta by 2. That is our A function we have calculated and kept here. Then here AB into sine theta. Theta is 2 pi by 3 minus 1 by 2 into sine 2 theta. 2 theta means 2 into 2 pi by 3, that means 4 pi by 3. Then AB into sine 2 pi by 3, we have calculated here sine 2 pi by 3 value, that is minus root 3 by 2, that is calculated here, plus sine 2 pi by 3 we have calculated the value as root 3 by 2. This is the value. Okay, sine 2 pi by 3 we have replaced with root 3 by 2, plus here minus 1 by 2, it is there, minus 1 by 2. Then sine 4 pi by 3 we have calculated here minus root 3 by 2. This minus root 3 by 2 and this minus means plus. Then root 3 by 2 is there, here also denominator 1 2 is there, so root 3 by 4 will be coming. Calculations, do it mentally. Then we can take the LCM here, 2 and 4 LCM is 4. Then AB outside as it is there, then here denominator is 2, that means 2 we have to multiply here, 2 root 3 plus root 3. 2 root 3 plus root 3 is 3 root 3 into AB by 4 square units. So this is the maximum area which is required for us, 3 root 3 AB by 4 square units. Next we shall discuss the 9th question. A tank with a rectangular base and a rectangular sides open at the top is to be constructed so that its depth is 2 meter and the volume is 8 meter cube. If building of tank costs rupees 70 per square meters for the base and rupees 45 per square meters for the sides, what is the cost of least expensive tank? So when we visualize the tank, it looks like this. When it is open at the top and height it is given to us 2 and the length and the breadth is missing. Of course we need for calculation. For that purpose we have taken as x and y. Then there is 2 more conditions are given. Building of tank costs rupees 70 per square meter for the base. This is the base. Here construction cost is rupees 70 per square meter, and there are 4 walls. Here it is mentioned as here it is rupees 45 per square meter. For sides it is mentioned. Sides means this is the portion of 4 walls. Rupees 45 per square meter. Here what is the minimum cost? That is what minimum cost or expensive tank. That is what the question. Given depth of the tank is 2 meter, volume of the tank is 8 meter cube, length of the tank we have assumed as x, breadth we have assumed as y, and we will calculate the volume. First V is equal to L into B into H. So 8 is equal to, it is given to us volume, V is equal to 8 is equal to 2 is length, breadth is x, height is y. So y is equal to 4 by x. Here 2 and 8 when we cancel, 4 will be coming. Y we will be calculating in terms of x. So y x we can take to the right side, that means y is equal to 4 by x. Then cost rupees 70 per square meter. That is the first part, it is given cost rupees 70 per square meter. We know that cost formula is area into rate. Okay, area which is to be constructed into the rate. Rate means here this is the rate, rupees 70 per square meter. So cost of the base is 70xy. 70 means here you can see area of the base, that is length into breadth, x into y. So x into y is the area into rate is 70. So 70xy is the cost of the base. Then cost is rupees 45 per square meter for the sides. Then area of sides. Area of sides means, you know that as I mentioned before, area of 4 walls. This is the 4 walls. Okay, area of the 4 walls of the room, there is a formula 2 into HL plus HB. Okay, or 2H into L plus B we have studied in smaller classes. Here I am taking H together. 2HL plus HB. Okay, direct formula. Then 2 into here H we have 2 and here L is X and here H is 2, breadth is Y. So 2 into 2X plus 2Y. Then from here 2 if you take outside, 2 into 2 4 into X plus Y it is coming. Next cost of making sites. Cost of making sites means here area into rate. What is the area? Area we have calculated here 4 into x plus y into rate. Rate is 45. So 45 into 4 into x plus y. That is 45 into 4 is 190. 190 into x plus y we have got. That is cost of making sites. Now let C be the total cost of the tank. So total cost, we have calculated the cost separately. Cost of the base is 70xy. Cost of making side is 190 into x plus y. So total cost is C if you consider cost of base plus cost of sides. That is cost of base is 70xy plus 190 into x plus y. That means 70 into x into y. Now everything we have to convert into single variable because we are going to differentiate this one. So y we can convert. We have converted already y in terms of x. We have calculated and kept here. Substitute. Y is 4 by x plus 190 into x plus 4 by x. Then here 70 into 4 is 280. X cancelled. Okay, here that is we can show here x and x is cancelled. Then into 190 into x plus 4x as it is. Then here 280 plus 180 into x plus 4 divided by x is there. That take this x to the numerator. That means 4x power minus 1 will be coming. X power minus 1. This taking this one to the numerator. We need to minimize the cost of the tank. That means we have to differentiate with respect to x. So c dash x is equal to derivative of 280, that is 0. Then 180 is a constant, keep outside. Derivative of x is 1 plus 4 into x power minus 1 derivative is minus 1 into x power minus 1 power minus 1. So that minus 1 it is written here, minus 1 into x power minus 1 minus 1. This 4 is a constant, keep outside. That is 190 into here 1 plus into minus is minus, 4 into 1 is 4, x power minus 2. 190 into 1 minus 4 x power minus 2. Then putting c dash x is equal to 0 means 190 into 1 minus 4 by x square. This x power minus 2 we can bring to the denominator. 4 by x square is equal to 0. That means when you take this x square as LCM here, x square minus 4 divided by x square equal to 0. That means x square minus 4 equal to 0. X square is equal to 2 or x is equal to minus 2 means x square equal to 4. X is equal to root of 4 plus or minus 2 will be coming. So plus 2 and minus 2 will be considered. And here minus 2 we cannot take and x is 2 only possible because this is length. Okay. So x is plus 2 only possible. So c double dash x we can calculate. That means here c dash x is there. So 190 into derivative of 1 is 0 minus 4 into derivative of x power minus 2. That is minus 2 into x power minus 2 minus 1. It is written. That means 190 into 8, here minus into minus plus 8, 4 into 2 is 8, then x power minus 3 is coming. That means 1440 x power minus 3. So 1440 x power minus 3 bringing to the denominator means will be coming as x cube. So c double dash 2 only we have to calculate because our critical point or x we have got as 2. So 1440 divided by 2 cube. This is clearly greater than 0. Since it is greater than 0, c is minimum at x is equal to 2. Now we have to find out the least cost of construction, that is c of 2. C of x we have calculated before, that is 280 plus 190 into x plus 4 into x power minus 1. This is just before finding out the derivative. We have simplified and kept that function you have to take. That is 280 plus 190 into x value is 2 here. So 2 plus 4, this is 4 x power minus 1 means 4 by x. So 4 by x means 4 by 2. That is 280 plus 190 into here 2 plus 4 by 2 is 2. So 280 plus 190 into 4, that is 280 plus 190 into 4 is 720. That is 1000. So the least cost of construction is 1000 rupees. Dear students, today we have discussed question number 1 to 9 from the miscellaneous exercise of chapter 6. I request all the students to go through the entire problems and solve independently. While solving, if you have any doubt, please note it and keep. We will discuss it during the discussion session. Thank you for watching.